not superhuman.
I'm not superhuman.
Someone save me from the hate. It's just another war, just another family torn.
From my feet today.
Just a step on the edge, just another day in the world we live. I need a hero to save me now. I need a hero. I need a hero to save my life. A hero will save me. I've gotta fight today to live another day. Speaking my mind today.
My voice will be heard today.
I've gotta make a stand, but I am just a man.
I'm not superhuman.
My voice will be heard today. It's just another war, just another family
My
torn.
voice will be heard today.
It's just another kill. The countdown begins to destroy ourselves. I need a hero to save me now. I need a hero. I need a hero to save my life. A hero will save me. I need a hero to save my life. A hero just in time. Save me just in time. Save me just in time. Who's gonna fight for what's right? Who's gonna help us survive? We're in the fight of our lives.
When I'm ready to die.
Who's gonna fight for the weak? Who's gonna make them believe? I got a hero. Never ending. I gotta fight for what's right.
Alright, go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, September to remember is in the books, but it's going to be remembered for a long time. Hello again, along with the voice of LVW, good old DM, and the LVW King of Security, James Brickhouse. I'm Stephen Faust. Gentlemen, what a night we had.
Oh yeah.
Okay, let's start with the first match, and I'll have to be honest with you. It was quite a dare. Sweet Dreams got the big win over the Dark Horseman, but
who showed up?
yep, the 5-time ECW World Heavyweight Champion Sandman, uncontrollable, unpredictable. He lived up to his legacy, Brickhouse.
And one thing I actually gotta say is that's the first time I've actually seen Sandman bust a Singapore cane in half over somebody's head.
Yes, and Lovebug took the brunt of it.
Yeah, he did. He really did take the brunt of it in the worst way possible. Then we had Chris Envy take on a newcomer in Anarchy, and I'll tell you what, Anarchy gave him all he could handle,
Yes, he
DM,
did.
and he's going to be around for a long time.
Yes, but Chris Envy still pulled out the victory, and he's still undefeated, and he's still in the hunt for the LVW Heavyweight Championship.
Yes, and speaking of the hunt for the LVW Heavyweight Championship, that brings us to Fox Vineyard.
Yes.
Forgive me, I'm looking for him. Last time we were here, folks, I kind of took a shot to the back of the neck. Still feeling it from that. And Fox Vineyard gave Stevie Richards all he could handle, but as I said before, the Stevie kick can come around at any time, and it caught Fox Vineyard right when he least expected, Brickhouse.
What shocked me the most when Vineyard came out with a new manager, Sebastian McCool wasn't able to make it tonight, so Eric Matthews escorted Vineyard to the ring, which was a huge change. I didn't think those two actually got along, but to see that, and after the match, as we saw, Eric Matthews and Vineyard started to double team Stevie, and then that's when 911 surprisingly came from behind the curtain, another ECW original, and helped make the save.
And I have to be honest with you folks, when you see 911 pick somebody up, trust me, he is that strong. There's going to be a picture of me with 911. It'll be the first time I felt like I was 6 feet 10. Trust me, this guy is that strong.
And he's got huge hands.
But Fox Vineyard, going on to November 3rd, he is still the #1 contender for the LVW Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah, that's right.
And what do you expect from that?
I'm expecting a great match. I'm hoping the LVW commissioner signs the match. Finally, it was disrupted when we had to cancel our August show.
That's true. Mother Nature did not completely agree with us, and
then hopefully we'll have a rematch on November 3rd, which will be on a Sunday. Not to be our typical Saturday afternoon event.
And speaking of disasters, you were almost caught in one, Brickhouse. When Autumn Breeze came out, fought Nyla Rose to a double countout. These two women, they're more vicious than half the guys on the LBW roster. Brickhouse.
Anybody who knows Autumn Breeze for the last couple of years knows one thing about her, and that girl is a spark plug. She'll come out all sweet, innocent, playing to the crowd. Once you cross that line, you don't know what's going to happen next.
And folks, that brings us to what has to be considered a 5-star match, and a huge feather in the cap for LVW as Tech upsets, defeats one of the top TNA X Division contenders in Sanjay Dutt.
Yes.
Good old TM, that's got to be one of the biggest victories in Tech's career.
If I was Dave Meltzer and I saw that match, I would put it as a 4-star match.
You would put it as a 4-star?
3.5 to a 4-star match. It was that good.
Yeah.
It was that good.
It was that good, and now that's got to put Tech right back in the running
Yes.
for the LVW Heavyweight Championship.
I would like to see a 4-way dance between Fox Vineyard, Chris Envy, Tech, and Mongoose for the heavyweight title. That's
And
something I would like to see.
speaking of which, for the LVW Heavyweight Championship, if I can get the man over here real quick, Mr. Eric Hiller, Eric Matthews, can I have you over here for a few minutes? Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce to you one of the men who's now in Fox Vineyard's corner. How did this come about? You're in Fox Vineyard's corner now instead of Sebastian McCool?
Listen, Sebastian couldn't be here tonight, so I replaced him by escorting Fox Vineyard out to the ring. Now, the reason why I've aligned myself with them is look at Fox. He beat the World Heavyweight Champ, the LBW Champ. Okay?
Yeah, I agree.
Alright, well that's where I want to be. And Sebastian McCool is the guy to be with to get to that point.
Well, nothing more I can say about that, but you took quite a shot with Stevie Richards and with 911, to be honest with you, and I gotta ask you, is it worth it to be chokeslammed by 911 and to be alliance with Fox Vineyard?
911, 611, 411, who cares? Okay, it doesn't matter. Alright? The point is, Fox should have won that match. He was cheated. Okay? Stevie Richards used an illegal kick in that match. Okay? Illegal kick in that match. I saw it with my own 2 eyes, okay? Now, it's an illegal kick.
It was a regular super kick. How was he illegal?
Don't talk Jim Ross wannabe, okay? Now, listen. The point I am with Sebastian McCool is to be the LVW World Champion. So the reason why I came out with Fox is that simple. Sebastian McCool wasn't here. I was supporting his man. That's all it is.
Okay, well we thank Eric Hiller for joining us here on Over
Thank
the Ropes.
me. Over the ropes, under the ropes. Why did I even walk over here? Get out.
Yeah. Well, Sebastian McCool's definitely rubbed off on Eric Hiller as well. Folks, that leads us to a very disturbing match, which was Little Scrappy versus El Sadistico. Brickhouse, you were involved in this. Sadistico snapped. There's no other way I can say it.
You gotta look at the name Sadistico. It's actually Spanish for sadistic, and the name fits him perfectly. We went up, we were trying to break it up. I didn't see firsthand what was really going on till we got in the ring to break it up and seeing that Sadistico had a rope wrapped around Scrappy's neck. It was hard to pull the two apart again, but for two little guys, this is going to be something that we can not, lose focus on. They might be small, they might look little, but these little guys are powerful, and Sadistico can pull anything out of his hat at any time.
I'm voting for a bullwhip match. They have to be in the ring together. They can't fight outside anymore. It has to be settled in the middle of the ring. That's it. A bullwhip match or a cage match.
Well, I was going for something like that. I was thinking of a dog collar match because quite frankly, this hasn't been solved. We thought it was solved at the Falls Count Anywhere match. No way. It has not been solved whatsoever.
A classic dog collar match like between Greg Valentine and Roddy Pickle. That's supposed to be in order too.
And then we go to the Steel Curtain. The Steel Curtain defeats Enemies of the State. They're proven to be quite a tag team.
They are, yes. Actually, that was a little surprised. I'm surprised by this. Enemy of the State actually was there. Last time we see him, the basically scratch match, which is just so cool. This time he came back and he started to prove himself. But again, like I said before, never ever count out the Steel Curtain.
And I know I might be a little long in the tooth, and I'm not the biggest fan of Thundersticks. But you know what? I was so thankful for Thundersticks when Wyndham James Winthorpe, Alexander Trotsky came out. I don't know what they were saying half the time, but thank God for Bud. Now his alter ego Benny Carson,
And there appears to be a new tag team. They're a new tag team now called the Real Americans.
The
All
Ro-
Americans.
the Roadblock Chad McCoy, yes, and it went to a no contest, folks. I don't
There
think
was
you could.
no match. And
Right, there was no way.
Let's call it like it is. It was a straight up street fight between these four men.
and that should be the main event for November 3rd show. They have to settle this one.
Well, speaking of main events, the chosen one, Mario Bakari, gave everything he could to his father, Mongoose.
Yes.
Mongoose is still the LVW heavyweight champion. He still holds the gold, but, and I put this as a big but, on November 3rd, he's got a giant bullseye on his back.
Yes, he
DM.
does.
With Fox Vineyard coming at him,
Chris
Envy, now Tech is now back in the field. Meeting
Gold,
Sanjay.
yes, with a win over Sanjay Dutt. The LVW's commissioner has to look at that, and that's going to put him in the mix with Fox Vineyard and Chris Envy for the heavyweight championship.
So Brickhouse, it comes back to you. How long can Mongoose hold out as the champion with all these
The
contenders?
challenges keep going on and on between Mongoose and Vineyard, and God only knows because they're both powerhouse. But the one thing I gotta say about this match, the ending, not many people can have a time with a father like that, and just see the way it ended with the hug and everything, very heartfelt.
Well, it'll be very interesting at the dinner table between Mongoose and Mario probably for the next few days. And before we sign off, I do want to say this. We all here want to wish good old DM a happy birthday. His birthday was yesterday.
Thank you.
And we want to wish you a happy birthday.
Thanks.
November the 3rd, here at LVW Arena at the Merchant Square Mall.
Sunday afternoon.
Sunday afternoon. Mongoose most likely will be facing Fox Vineyard for the LVW World Heavyweight Championship. Who knows what else is going to happen? I mean,
One part that we're leaving out about November 3rd, this is the Support the Marine show. Please come out and show your fellow troops the way that we respect for what they do for our country.
exactly. Thank you, Brickhouse. And for the voice of LVW, good old DM, and for the head of LVW Security, James Brickhouse, I'm Stephen Thaus. Thank you for joining us, and good night.